Hey guys, it's a little bit crazy, I know, but this is going to be the last match that we have with this formation. After this match, we're going to pull the striker down. We'll have a strikerless formation, probably going to be similar at the beginning to what we have right now, but I think we're going to make that change right afterwards. See, before the next match starts, we're going to have the transfer window, and so I think it's a good opportunity for us to bin off some of these players who really aren't quite worth it and who haven't been playing that well for us. Nene is probably going to play his last match for us here today. I really have a hard time seeing him being able to survive afterwards, though. I mean, we'll take a look and see. Maybe he does stay on a little bit more because we do need someone to play in the attacking midfielders role that we're about to create. But as a striker, he just has not worked out. Chen Chengju over to Jin Zhengwei. Wang Boan now with it. Back to Ndai over to Chen Chengju. And that's up to Feng Xiaochi, who unfortunately for him cannot reach out and grab onto that one. Menegong now throws over to Chen Chengju. Back to Menegong, and that's up to Nene, and he misses as usual. So it's off the side post. It's probably good for us that he was able to get that shot off, but that didn't quite do what we wanted it to, and we'll have to try again. Silla now with it over forward. Oh, that's a nice pass over to Nene, and unfortunately he's just not able to catch up with it. Menegong, that was a beautiful pass by Silla. I got to wonder what happened. How come we couldn't catch up to that one? And this is forward again for Nene, who scores, but he's got to be offside. I think I saw the referee. No, he's counting that one. Okay, I was going to say, I thought that I saw him signal, and no, that's going to be counted. 1-0 for Mars FC, as this was very, very well played. What a great ball forward this one was. Sort of lumped up there for Nene, and he's able to beat the keeper. And so that makes it 1-0 for Mars FC. And yeah, we'll see what we do after this. Taichung have not been quite as good this season as in others, and see, there was another central defender right there on the side. I was about to say that, oh yeah, look, he was offside anyway, and he wasn't, but it wasn't because of the guy who was guarding him. So 1-0 for Nene, and we'll see what happens. Wang Boan with this again. Over to Cai Yuting, down to Jin Chenwei, and it's up and forward towards Nene. And I mean, we'll see what happens. You know, who knows? It may be that Li Chaba ends up being the one who ends up sort of being taken away, and Dai scores that one. That was pretty, and he's going to be called for offside, unfortunately. He came in from an offside position. And yeah, you can see it. It was actually, I'm sorry, it was Nene who was offside as usual. So, and that's always the question, right? Which is, okay, so do we keep going with Nene? Do we try to work on these issues with him? Or do we just sort of bin him off and say, well, screw you and forget it? We'll see what happens. I'll take a look at this here after this match, and we'll make a determination as to exactly what it is that we're going to do. And we'll kind of go from there. I know I was talking to you before about sort of the strikerless, three attacking midfielder formation that we're thinking about. I'm not 100% sure exactly what we're going to do, but we're going to play around with it a little bit and sort of see if we can make it work here. Silla, and that should have been a goal, man. He had wide open space. He had nothing but country in front of him, and unfortunately that one just didn't quite work out for him. Now we got to play defense, and we're really bad when it comes to the counter attack, but we're able to fend it off this time and die with it. So we're up 1-0 here in this match. This looks a lot better than that match that we just came out of against Hongyuan, where we lost, of course, 5-0 and looked pretty poor. Silla had this in a great position, and the problem is that Silla just is not quite as offensive minded as we would like. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can't get this turned around here a little bit for us. So far, so good, though. 1-0 the lead, and that's what we like to see. But for a team in first place, for us to go break everything, and that's a good save by Li Chaba. For us to go break everything down and reconstruct the entire team would be kind of crazy. Li Chaba, I don't know. Sometimes I think he's good. Sometimes I think he's frustrating. So we'll see what we think of in the end. Silla over to Menegong. I will say this, though. Maile is not going to get on this team, and we need to go back down to 5 foreigners. And so Ndai has got to stay on, and what's his name has got to stay on too. Where are you? Silla, yes. Both of those are going to stay on. We want Kader Bamba back, and the question is, do we stick with Nene, who's been so poor in form? Do we just get rid of Li Chaba and try to trust things to our older Taiwanese goaltender who does really bizarre things? I don't know. Chen Chengju with his forward to Nene, and he's offside, I'm pretty sure. This is a goal, but I'm pretty sure he's offside. looking for the flag actually hasn't come up. So, and then he gets 2 here, and that makes it 2-0 for Mars FC. Well, like I said, we'll take a look. We'll take a look and see if we can get Nene to play a little bit further back. It may be the case that we might have a little bit more luck with a older Taiwanese goaltender, and if we have Kader Bamba back in the back, that might help solidify things quite a bit for us there. So we'll do a little bit of experimentation to see what happens. It might kind of destroy our Asian Cup run, but I mean, who knows? We'll play around with it. We do have the option of playing friendlies and of trying to get stuff to work. So we'll see what we're able to come up with. Feng Xiaoqi, unfortunately, not quite able to win that one off of his man. And this is really, really poor from Wang Boan. And Li Chaba, fortunately, is able to get in front of that one and make the save. The other thing I'm keeping in mind is that we have a number of Taiwanese goaltenders who haven't played at all, who are like 18, 19. And it might be nice to give them some game time and actually try to develop them. So we'll see what we can do. That's the game of Football Manager, where you're always trying to figure out a way to get your young players in to develop them while you make sure that you actually win games. Because if you don't pay attention to your games, if you just sort of, let whatever happens happen, then you might find yourself in a position where, you've got nothing working for you. You just don't have the money to make the developments you need. That's part of the thing that makes it fun, and really that makes it kind of addicting. Chen Chengju back to Cai Yuting, over to Huang Chiwei, and up to Chen Chengju, over to Silla again. Silla, and he's got Nene, and Nene gets his hat trick here. 40 minutes in, hat trick for Nene, and it's things like this that make me want to hold on to him, and this is where I'm always conflicted. I'm thinking, well, it would be nice to hold on to the guy, but at the same time, there's so many of these bad matches that he has where I'm like, I don't understand exactly what's going on. Sometimes it looks like he can round the keeper, sometimes he can't. We might want to work on beating that offside trap with him. That might be the thing that would help the most. Right there, he was able to beat it. And Taichung, I think, are a team that qualify as being a little bit bigger than us. So this might end up being a big match. There's Nene again, and he's been fouled. Oh, no, he's offside. That's what happened. He's offside is what they're saying, which is kind of odd. He was offside from a free kick. I know that Lelujo always talks about that and asks how in the world it can be possible. In that case, I'm not really sure if I understand how that was possible. Chen Chengju now, after getting that pass from Nene, and he needs to figure out how to go a little bit closer in. So, we'll see what happens. As we move forward, go over here to the dressing room, and this has been pretty good, and we're going to definitely praise Nene for playing incredibly well, scoring 3 goals in our 3-0 lead. And I tell you, we spotted them 5 last time, Hangyuan, and so this time we'll get all 5 back. Let's do that. Silla wins that back over to Chen Chengju to Ndaye, and that will be the end of the highlight. And so we'll see what comes up next for us. Everybody seems to be having a pretty good match. People seem to be happy despite the fact that I know a lot of them are tired from playing midweek. There's Ndaye with the header, and that should have been a goal. That was just barely hit out by the keeper, and that was a really good job by him. Then he had this in a good position. And Ndaye, he has 4 guys on him, 4 guys swarming around him. He still almost scores. Yeah, you bet we're going to hold on to that kid. Chen Chengju over looking for Nene, can't quite find him. And it's a little bit more of the same problem that we had before. Chikatara is not the guy who I want them to have the ball. We have dealt with Chikatara a lot over the last couple of weeks here in Football Manager land. And he's one of those players that kind of makes my hair stand on end. Chen Chengju just heads it back to the opposing player. Really, really poor clearance from him. And so, as I've said before, we really do have to go through this squad and start to take out some of the trash and get rid of some of these guys. I've done a little bit of that before, and it's about time to start doing that again. Some of these guys, especially some of these guys playing in the back, just are not good enough to be on the squad, and they need to come off. And we've given them their chance. It's been something, but it's time. Now we are back on defense again after that free kick, and Li Chaba misses that one. But fortunately for him, it hits off the post and comes right on back out. So it's okay. Pretty good performance, I suppose, from Li Chaba. It's something that we can stand. I'm not sure why my dog is going nuts. Feng Xiaoqi now takes the free kick over, and Nene has it, and he passes back to Chen Chengju, and that's going to be the end of that highlight. Silla now with it over to Ndaye, and that's the end of our attack, that's for sure. And it looks like we're probably not going to get a 4th goal here in this match. In fact, Khan might be able to score here, and he does. Mansour Khan, who we had looked at before as well, gets a goal. He gets one of those every once in a while. He's not quite as scary to me as Chikatara, however. I'd rather have Khan out there because he can't do the same things that Chikatara can. But that's pretty poor from Lee Chaba. He should be able to stop that. And that is also making me consider getting rid of Lee Chaba. It'll be controversial, I'll tell you that much. But you know that we're going to sell somebody. Feng Xiaoqi knocks this over to Silla. That's over everyone's head. And Silla runs back and grabs over to Cai Yuting. Back to Chen Chengju, over to Huang Chiwei. Huang Chiwei back to Chen Chengju. And over to Menegong, back to Huang Chiwei, to Naziri, over to Ndaye. And he takes a shot that almost goes in. That was a little bit too much power on it, but that was pretty exciting. And this is going to be the final kick of the match. This is Feng Xiaoqi to take it, and he's going to try to lump this over the wall. Probably won't work. Let's see what happens. And there it goes. And yeah, it doesn't work. And the keeper grabs it, and that is the end of the match. So 3-1, Mars FC win here. Nene scores all 3 goals. I don't know. Should we keep him? Should we not keep him? You'll find out tomorrow. Talk to you then. Bye.